Good morning and welcome to the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. I'm Esther.
And I'm Melanie.
And today we're talking about what's in a digital marketing strategy.
Yes, a very topical thing for us to be doing. It's something that's been requested a couple of times and we got around to doing this week. It's something I'm asked an awful lot down here in the Republic of Ireland because we're doing trading online vouchers quite a bit down here to upgrade and update people's websites and their digital marketing strategy. Do you have anything similar up there in Northern Ireland?
I've heard of a few schemes with the local councils, but nothing as big as what you guys have down there. We're feeling a bit left out up here, actually. Sob.
Well, you know, it's nice that we get our time in the sun briefly. So yes, it's something that's been asked a lot, and it's something that every business who has a online platform for their business needs to entertain. So let's get started. What do we need for digital marketing strategy, Esther?
There are so many things you need for your digital marketing strategy, but number one at the top of the list is a plan. You can't do anything without a plan.
Exactly. And quite closely second to that is whatever your plan is, it has to be primarily customer focused.
Definitely. There's no point in talking about something that people aren't actually interested in. Because
it needs to solve the problem, doesn't it? It needs to solve a problem.
Definitely. It can even needs to solve a problem that people don't know that they have yet either. You know, or they don't want to admit that they have, possibly.
Yeah, that sounds quite accurate. But so once you've got your plan and it's customer focused and you're answering some pain points, you need to have some understanding of where your bearing is on all of this. So we would both encourage you to do a SWOT analysis.
Okay, SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Yeah, so it's basically you breaking down and trying to be as honest as possible, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And if you can, in some ways, answering those opportunities and threats and fixing them or utilizing them.
Yeah, definitely. And honesty is in every sense the best policy, but definitely in this, because you don't want to be faffing around and wasting your time on something that you're not fully 100% being honest with. Okay, so it's best to just knuckle down and go, right, where can you really help people? What is your number one strength and your number two strength? And just keep a list of everything that you can do. And part of that too is then choosing, if you have a number of topics or a number of services or products that you have, choose the ones that are most needed at this time. Okay. So it's like we talked about in a different episode. If your audience is mothers with small children right now, they need somebody to come and help them get through the summer or get through the homeschooling or get through the going back to school or get through. Okay. So know where your audience is at, know what pain points they have at that time of year and focus on that. Choose it. Be very specific.
Your digital marketing strategy isn't just the buying process either. There are, just like you see in Facebook ads, there's awareness, consideration, and conversion. Other people describe it as a sales funnel. It works the same way, exactly the same way. So there's sometimes 3 steps or even up to 10 steps in a sales funnel. So it might be worth you having a look at some of the sales funnels available online, just to give you an idea of how to start and move people through the process of your digital marketing strategy.
Yeah, and that's also a good place to then see where people are falling out of your funnel and get them back into it. We'll talk sales funnels in a different episode, so stay tuned. What else then would you recommend that people do, Melanie? How often should they choose and plan their strategy?
Well, I know some people who literally redo a strategy every 3 months, but strategy can be, a month, 2 months, 3 months, up to a year. Now, a big brand would do a year-long digital marketing strategy. But that's not necessary for smaller businesses who want to get people to purchase sooner, and obviously they've got less money to put behind building awareness and graphics and ads and that sort of thing. So we need to make our clients potentially go through the journey slightly faster. So I think what would happen next is doing like a social media audit. Now, a couple of episodes ago, we did, that was episode 29, how to do a social media audit. So do listen back to that, because if you're not starting from a good place in the first place, and your messaging isn't correct, you're not displaying the right kind of images, and just not being ready, none of this is going to be, working for you.
Absolutely. And another thing that you really need to look into is what your competitors are doing.
Competitor analysis. Yeah.
Analyze what they're doing. Go onto their social media, go onto their website, see what they have that is working, see what they have that people have commented on, see what they have that has, tumbleweed rolling through it as well. All of that gives you a good idea of what is working and what isn't right now. So you can then use that to your advantage as well.
So we're not doing this in order, sorry, but the other thing is okay, you're customer focused, but you need to understand who your customer is. Now we can all guess who your how particular customer is, but if you can do some research, if you can create a client profile or a customer avatar or a customer there's so many different names for the same thing.
Buyer persona as well.
Exactly. We did a podcast about that, didn't we?
We did a couple of weeks ago as well. We're really good at remembering which one it was.
We're flying here, aren't we? So yes, if you check out what your buyer persona should be as well, because then you can target better. But it's not just understanding the pain points and who your audience is. You also need to deliver stuff that they're going to find useful and help you move through the process. So what kind of content could we put up as part of a digital marketing strategy, Esther?
There are so many, and we will be covering them more in depth in a couple of episodes' time. But definitely videos, images, blogs, podcasts, audios, webinars, going live. Yeah, I was trying to avoid that one. Short messages, short, like just little one-liners of what you offer, links back to your website, links to your blog, links to where people can buy from you, links to other social media where they can find you as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can guest blog, or you can put your business products, let's say, on an online directory. There's so many different ways you can do it. It's just
so many,
it's
but there has to be a plan behind it. You can't just go throwing everything out and no plan behind it. So when you have it planned and you've chosen your course of action, you need to implement it. So whether that be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok, just your website, email marketing, whichever one you choose to do, implement it, do it, start it. If you're running ads on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google, implement it. Okay. There's no point in just sitting around waiting for the perfect moment to come along. You need to implement it. And after you implement it, then you need to measure the results.
But if you don't benchmark from the beginning, you can't see where you're going.
Yes.
So before you start, you need to benchmark. I'm so glad we organised in such a thorough way, Esther. This is so clear as mud for the people that are listening. I hope they're writing it all down.
Well, we've gone through a lot of this stuff in other podcasts.
This
is basically bringing it all together in the one. And we'll talk more about content and content plans in the next couple of podcasts as well.
So you got all of that, right? You're all sorted?
Everybody's sorted. Yep. Yeah. I can see their heads nodding. Yeah.
Well, we wanted to cover it because it is something that we're asked a lot of, either to arrange for other people or to train people in as well. I've been doing some online courses, and I've been doing obviously a few of these trading online voucher quotations as well. But yeah, there's lots of different ways you can get hold of these things now. There's the business continuity voucher that's available down here as well. The local enterprise offices down here are also running courses that help people. Now, I know we've got an international audience, and I'm hoping that wherever you are, you're getting similar supports. We would love to hear from you if you can tell us how much support is being offered to the small business owner in your country as well. So do let us know.
Yeah, and I've just actually got an email from one of our local colleges up here that is offering social media training and implementation and a few other digital skills courses. So that's good to see that they're actually getting onto the ball now. But do come and find us. Leave us a message on the website, on our social media, anywhere that you can find us. The website is themondaymorningmarketing.com, and from there you can go to all our social media links.
And we've got loads of awesome Google My Business reviews. If you want to add yours, we have no problem with that at all.
Thanks very much for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.